A touching moment occurred in Los Angeles when two BTS members, Jungkook and Taeyung, were seen hugging tightly before saying goodbye. But it wasn't just any hug. The camera caught Jungkook's tears slowly flowing as he whispered, "Goodbye, Tae." Those simple words immediately sent ARMY into a frenzy. What was really happening? Was this a sign of a temporary separation? A secret project? Or something more emotional behind the scenes? In a video now circulating widely on social media, Jungkook appears unable to hide his sadness. Taeyung is also seen slapping the maknae on the shoulder as if trying to comfort him. However, their facial expressions raise more questions than answers. Was this related to their solo projects? Or perhaps a major decision had been made by one of them? To date, there has been no official statement from the agency or the BTS members. But one thing is certain: this moment not only left fans with questions, but also proved the strength of the bond between Jungkook and Taehyung. ARMYs all over the world can now only hope that, no matter what happens, they will always support each other and come back together, stronger than ever. Even though it was just a single sentence, "Goodbye, Tae," it seemed to symbolize something bigger, something that hadn't been revealed to the public. Many ARMYs began speculating, was this a sign that Taehyung would be pursuing a long-term project outside of Korea? Or was it possible that a personal decision had forced them to separate for a while? Some fans noticed that Taehyung and Jungkook had been frequently seen together lately on various occasions, from trips to filming to casual moments behind the scenes. Their closeness had even become a hot topic in online communities. It's no wonder this emotional farewell felt so deeply for fans. Until now, fans have only been able to wait and be patient, guessing at the true meaning behind Jungkook's words. One thing is certain: Jungkook and Taehyung's friendship is more than just co-workers. They are family, one soul and two bodies who have been through so much together. And now, as they are temporarily separated, the world stands still, awaiting further news, hoping this isn't the end but the beginning of something bigger. But behind the silence, the ARMY's mood shifted to one of anticipation and anxiety. Some began to link this moment to the BTS members' ongoing military service. Was Taehyung about to depart? Or was Jungkook secretly preparing for something that would change the course of his career? Adding to the mystery, several eyewitnesses claimed to have seen Jungkook and Taehyung having a serious conversation in a corner of the location, away from the main camera. There was no sign of their signature smiles, just a look that was hard to decipher, warm yet heavy. Some even described it as a farewell they didn't want to say. While many speculate, others choose to believe that this is just a break, an emotional moment between two friends who are taking a big step in their lives. And as always, BTS always has a way of surprising us, bringing a message far deeper than we might expect. Until then, ARMY can only embrace the memories and hope that behind "Goodbye, Tae" lies the promise of reunion. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday with the same smile and a tighter hug. And like the sun that sets only to rise again, ARMY believes this isn't the end. The words "Goodbye, Tae" are just a comma in the long journey of two friends who have gone through so much joy and sorrow together. From their trainee days to becoming the global legends they are today, days have passed since that moment in LA, but the image of their final embrace still lingers in fans' memories. On various online forums, fans share theories and hopes. Some think Taehyung is preparing for a major project abroad. Others feel Jungkook will soon announce something personal. But among the thousands of speculations, one thing that remains undeniable is the genuineness of the emotion radiating from both of them. There was no script, no hidden cameras, just two friends saying goodbye to something they couldn't yet express openly. And therein lies both its beauty and its pain, a relationship so sincere that even the word goodbye feels like a wound to the millions who witnessed it. Now, ARMYs around the world can only wait patiently, with love, and with the belief that Taehyung and Jungkook will continue to walk under the same sky, even if they're temporarily going their separate ways. Because for them, friendship isn't about how often they see each other, but about the belief that when they return, the world will cheer, and that embrace will be warmer than ever. And when that day comes, the day their steps align again, their eyes meet without a word, and the once heavy embrace feels like home again, ARMY will be there, greeting them, crying and smiling together. Because Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship isn't just theirs, it's a story that's grown over time, touching the hearts of millions who believe that true friendship never truly ends. It simply takes a break to return with a deeper meaning. Maybe goodbye, Tae, sounds like the end, but for those who believe in this story, it's just the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter that's more mature, bolder, and more sincere than ever before. And silently, we know they will return. Maybe goodbye, Tae, sounds like the end, but for those who believe in this story, it's only the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter that's more mature, bolder, and more sincere than ever before. Behind the goodbyes lies hope. Hope that separate steps will find a way, that hearts once together will never truly be far apart. This journey isn't over, it's simply changing form from a tangible embrace to a strengthening memory, from spoken words. Maybe goodbye, Tae, sounds like the end, but for those who believe in this story, it's only the beginning of a new chapter, one that's more mature, bolder, and more sincere than ever. Because true love doesn't always have to stay. Sometimes it chooses to let both of us grow. And even though their paths now diverge, the seed once planted will never truly die. It lives on silently behind smiles, in small memories that emerge without warning, and in every decision now made wiser by having loved and lost. Tae may no longer be by their side, but his footprints remain in hearts that have learned so much from his presence. This isn't the end of the story, but the beginning of someone finding themselves, with wounds unhidden and love unapologetic. And in the end, despite their different paths, they still carry one thing in common: gratitude for having been each other's home. And in the end, despite their different paths, they still carry one thing in common: gratitude for being each other's home. Even though their steps are no longer in sync, the memories remain, quietly burning in the corners of their hearts, not to be regretted, but to be remembered as part of a journey that was once warm, once close, and once a place of return, even if only temporarily. Los Angeles, the dream city of many artists, this time witnessed an unforgettable, emotional moment for ARMY. While in the midst of his busy schedule abroad, BTS's Jungkook suddenly uttered two profound words: "Goodbye, Tae." These words shocked many fans and raised a big question: what really happened? Based on the video footage and commentary, this moment occurred while Jungkook was in La, possibly filming, interviewing, or preparing for a solo concert. Instead of the usual excitement, silence filled the room when he mentioned Tae. Some fans speculated it was a farewell moment due to military service or a planned project. ARMYs who witnessed the episode in person or through live reaction videos were incredibly emotional. Many noted how Jungkook's eyes changed, his voice trembled, and how he seemed to be letting go of someone very important. Jungkook looked absolutely devastated when he said goodbye. You see his eyes, he's holding back his breath, like he's losing his best friend-in-law. Some netizens even feared this signaled conflict between the members, even though there has been no official confirmation of any dispute so far. Taehyung himself has been seen moving around Paris, while Jungkook's solo project has been rumored to be in La. So, ARMY's general speculation is that this is a genuine goodbye, not a conflict. Perhaps one of them will return to Korea first, or they have different schedules. Rather than seeing this as a tragedy, many ARMYs interpreted it as evidence of a true closeness. The words goodbye, Tae didn't mean the end, but rather a see you soon, a loving expression of how they supported each other on their different journeys. Goodbye, Tae feels more like a reflective moment, A gentle quip from the future engineer, holding back longing as we walk our separate paths. ARMY can rest assured this isn't the end, but another chapter in Taeyung's story, each walking his own path, but his heart remains connected.